Hello everyone, we're back with more FF14. We are currently doing the rogue quest here for getting the black sarcophagus. This is going to be the last 30 minutes of today's stream. Alright, these deckhands for the bloody executioners think that they're strong enough to face me, do they? Fun fact for you guys, leg sweep actually used to do damage. So people would like weave it into the rotation and make enemies stun immune, just baseline. Even though there are some really good mechanics that you could just kick and enemies wouldn't do. You're wasting your time, darling. We opened that Scrag's wrinkled throat bells ago. You cross the bloody executioners and you get what's coming to you. Did you like our message? We wasn't sure you'd fall for it, but with a little mystery goes a long way, eh? Aw, now don't be like that, darling. Me and me mates didn't have much choice. When the boss says go play with the rogues, then we gotta go play with the rogues. After all, we never asked you to come ruin our game now, did we? And don't give me no long-winded speech about your precious code. The Reformist vision stretches far beyond what them tired old rules is good for. Once Captain Isabir takes command of the executioners, he'll give us back the teeth we lost when submitting the Admiral's leash. Pretty sure that's not how the code works, but okay. We'll be the terrors of the sea once more, free to rove and plunder in a new age of pirate glory. And I'll bathe in the blood to see the age come to pass. I'll kick down your shite stinking code and have all your sneaky heads on the chopping block. Like L's, you will. The only sentence what's being passed today is yours. Well, hello there, darling. Ain't you a fine-looking lad? I've heard all this prattle before. Feel free to pillage and plunder, is it? Aye, it's all sounds grand, but you don't think of the price. That shite stinking code is the only thing that keeps your bloody coves from milling one another. Without it, without Limsa Lominsa to call home, you'd be adrift in an ocean of quarrons. But if you're so keen on to keep company with the dead, I'd be sodden happy to oblige. You was prettier with your gob shut, but I can see I'm out of me depth here. As much as I'd like to lop off your noggins, I'll have to be satisfied with dragging the two of you out into the wilds. Kept you well out of the way, haven't I? Out with it then. Ain't it obvious? Your stubborn skags is looking to swipe our new toy, and my job was to stall you. The captain has the mind whip him right now. He's set to show the rest of the executioners what he's got, the stones to sit on the leader's chair. And what better way to do that than executing the bitch that snapped the chains on our crew? He's targeting the Admiral herself? You're planning to blow up the command room, ain't you? Aye. You have me permission to panic. Of course, if you'd rather steer clear of the city, I'd be happy to keep you company right here, sweet meat. Don't be mad at me for murdering your friend. We've got to get this Mad Mort. We've got this Mad Mort at our mercy, but she seems to be enjoying herself. I'd rather drag her back to the guild and see what other information she'll spill. I'll need you back in Limsa as well, but you have business at the foremast first. You should find Captain Milala at her post there. Forget about the sodden challenge and tell her everything we know. Unless me judgment well off kilter, she'll do what needs to be done. Okay. Yeah, Jeremy, don't be mad at them for murdering your friend. What the hell? Jeremy, would you date Malala at the foremast? Funny thing, when I first met 10 Gauge, he referred to his penis as the foremast. I didn't even ask, he just worked it into conversation like a true master. Why is he dancing like the, like Akira or whatever his name is from Like a Dragon? Because he's also a pervert. How's highway robbery? There's so many quests now. I'm like, what the fuck are these? Oh, okay, that's the beast tribe quest for kobolds. What the fuck did I hear in this quest? Why is it at Middle Lanasia? What? All those quests are petitions to remove PMF from FF14. I believe it. Jeremy, if you and PMF got into a fight, who do you think would come out the victor? And why would it be PMF? Should try shitting on your hand. PMF's strength does not lie in her strength of arm. Or worse yet, shitting your pants. Exactly. Oh, a megalo crab. Wesp. Hey there, Malala. Oh, you're one of Jack's rogues. You've come to steal the sorrows, have you? Well, you shan't have them. As you can see, they're safe clasped upon my very own... You're not here for the earrings? The Admiral, you say? And you're sure these fiends are in possession of the sarcophagus? I must deploy more sentries at once. Do not think this voids our challenge, rogue, and you can relay as much to your impudent guildmaster. I suppose you could thank him for the warning as well. Alright, now we can go back to Limsa. So, Jeremy, if you could date any NPC in all of Limsa Lominsa, which one would you pick? Ugh. So, the jackets are on the move, Bene. I've been listening to that adult pirate cackle since I got her back to the sisters, but she's given us not what we didn't already know. And we know more than enough. I say we rally the rogues and go after that mine. A fort blows up in our minds. Deploying victory. If the leader of the reformists, this Captain Icepier, is planning on milling the Admiral with a bang, then my guess is he'll be aiming to demolish the entire command room. You know, the Meisenmast, the tower that holds the drowning wench and bulwark hall? The Admiral's bridge in her command room are right at the top of it. Then you've got the district that surrounds the Meisenmast, that busy beating heart of the city. Even with the threat of an attack, you can't just seal it up with the blink of an eye and call the whole thing Bob. Try to explain the danger to the cults that live there and work there, and then you'd have a frightened stampeded mob on your fambles. Nay, lass, our only option is to have ice nilts in every approach to the tower. I'll put the wit out to as many coves as I can and spread them through the streets. Your job would be to cover the aft castle. Just wait and see, Miro. We'll get this ice up here, and his little bomb too. The entire common room. The Admiral, because then you could operate with impunity. What if she wanted to marry you afterwards? But you had to take her last name. That would be mixing work and pleasure. You could be Jeremy Blofiswin. This music reminds me of Stupid Cat. Fair enough. Ugh, the fog picked a grand night to roll in thick. This'll make things interesting. Our presence on the streets is far too thin. Where are the reinforcements I ordered? My apologies, Captain. There just aren't any soldiers to spare. The bulk of our forces has already been assigned to guard not only the Admiral, but a number of high-ranking personnel as well. Unacceptable. What would the Commodore Raynor be thinking? There are dangerous criminals stalking the city as we speak. Call in squads from the outposts if you must, but I want to see our security tightened and the populace properly protected. But Captain, we can't be certain the pirates' plan has changed. If we consider the possibility that they've switched to a target outside the walls, it would be folly to weaken those defenses. You've made your point, Sergeant. Return to your post. Once all is lost, it is far too late to question what one should have done. You seem troubled, sir. Perhaps I could be of assist. Ah! I've been dying to meet you, lass. Aye, keen to set eyes on the bold yellow belly who cost our crew a fortune in Uldan coin. You're an executioner. One of Icebir's men. You've strayed far too far into a world you don't understand, lass. Your eyes is fixed on the light of justice, leaving you blind to the chasm opening up at your feet. Wrecked. At least they'll say you died with your boots on. The yellow belly won't be bothering us no more, Captain. As for the mine, the lads will have it primed in front of the wench by the time you get there. Good. Not long afore we drag the bitch Admiral and her pretty tower and all her simpering curs down to the bottom of the sea. Then I'll be raising our flag on the ruins of the Meisenmass and lead our brethren into a return to the old ways of the blood and plunder. Not last bottles? The wife is gonna kill me. Huh? What's that then? Not after the command room. They mean to bring down the entire tower. If the Meisenmast, the bridges will fall. Well, half the city will. But please, you must help me. The danger, far greater than we. Bloody hell, it's alive! Oh, no, 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 I didn't see nothing, I didn't see nothing! This man has never seen a Lalafell before in his life. Please, you must send word. Someone must be told. How did you? You're a valiant and forthright weapon. You could hear that single pistol shot from miles away. Weren't hard to guess what had happened. I poked the Yellow Jackets on my way over. A hero will be along shortly. Bene. That means we've only one last thing to do. We have never been allies, but I beg of you. You must stop them. Save the city. Ah, lass, you know bet you don't need to ask. Taking down mad coves and biting back what was bitten is our job. Takes the earrings. You all set then? Ready, Jack. Always. The classic Miro nod. Then let's go cloy that sarcophagus and fit Isabir for a new coffin. Alright, off we go then. We got 3 rogues helping us out. Make for the Meisenmast and find Ibis-Here. Where do these guys come from? Dude, you guys suck. Why are you taking so long to kill these? I thought this guy's using a bow and arrow, but he's called a gunner. Oh, this is actually the way we have to go. Pretty cool thing, 4 rows just go through and cutting everyone to pieces. Oh, sick, I love that. Oh no, they blinded me. This guy used flash. That's until he's not even in the game anymore. Find and smash some detonators. The ramp's gonna go up, and down. Miro, mill all the detonators. We'll keep these ghosts busy. Alright. Off we go. This kind of sucks. There's no way up from here. That was a waste of time. Nice that you can still hear the sound of battle, though. A boatswain? Nobody wants to be around a boatswain. The light on the mine went out! Miro's disabled the sarcophagus. That's the bomb taken care of then. Now these bastards get our full attention. Damn you rogues and your swimming code! I'll have your heads for this. Oh. This guy home ganged me. But still failed to do anything because I shade shifted. This wasn't part of me plan. The boatswain stalks the captain. The captain said "I" to him once, and that was it. That was it. Well, she's fine. See. Status report? The mine has been disabled and the engineers should have it safely removed. Our soldiers sustained some injuries in the battle, but the reformists were none were fatal. Also, the Admiral sends her sincerest gratitude. Oh, she's not wearing the earrings anymore. Look, there she is! That's Captain Malala, the hero of Limsa Lominsa! Really? Why is she a hero? Are you recovering from your wound, Captain? We heard how you nearly lost your life stopping the horde of pirates from blowing up the Mizzen mast. 3 cheers for the Yellow Jackets! Our city'd be lost without you! But wait, that's not how it... Sergeant, what of the rogues? Did they survive the battle? I don't really know, Captain. All we found near the sarcophagus were reformists, either dead or strung from the rafters. Alive, then. It would seem we are deeply in their debt. Ah, Captain, might I have the silver sorrows from you now? We've been ordered to hand them over to the Commodore along with the black sarcophagus. Why, of course, they're right here. The earrings! I could have sworn I was still... He wouldn't have! He stole them from me while I was while I lay dying! The cat! I knew he was not to be trusted! Keep an eye on them, indeed. I should have known. You know what that means, right? We have 2 of the 3 treasures. That's why they left the black sarcophagus there for them. So the Rogues Guild won the challenge. Are you sure about this, Jack? We could have cloyed the sarcophagus as well. I think she's earned it, don't you? It bothers you that much. Think of it as a trade. If you ask me, they look a bit daft. Well, I didn't ask you. Miro, stop. Mira, what are you doing? Are you beating up the duck? I see you have the duck over there now. It's very cute. Hello. So, the jackets ended up with the mine, but we got the diamond and the earrings, which means victory belongs to the Rogues Guild. Do you think Malala will leave it at that then? I get the feeling we ain't done with her yet. I'd say we're done with her challenge, but you never know when our paths will cross again. We'll just have to see what Limsa's underbelly spits up next. Aye, the city ain't ever quiet for long. Well, it's been a pleasure working with you, Miro. If I ever need a trusty pair of stabbers by my side, I'll know who to ask. I'm off as well. Bloody starving I am. Don't forget, yeah, to yaffle a bite when you can, eh, Miro? We'd best head back to these sisters too, before the shrew decides she'd rather hear us, have us by the cockles. Benny work, Miro. Be seeing you soon. Ah shit, he just disappeared. That was impressive. Really, he's just latched onto the front of that Rogan and was like walking and like, the fuck? It was a figment of your imagination this whole time. Road mirror schizophrenic. Oh there, Miro! It'll be nice to finally have a bit of rest, eh? The job never ends, but even a dimmer dammer like myself needs to breathe every now and then. And your veteran mates must be wondering where you've got to. That was a proper long assignment, but I'm glad you decided to see it through. You've proven to be a stalwart protector of the code, even if this ain't truly your world. When you walk back into the Lightmans, you'll have to find your own code to uphold. And when you do, you'll have the skills you learned in the shadows to help you defend it. Well, that's more than enough to prattle out of me. Your travels might take you far and wide, Miro, but know you're always welcome here at the Sisters. Alright, none of these are an upgrade, so we'll take the silver pieces. And there you guys go. That's it for Rogue Quests, but he has something else for us. Peasants by day, ninjas by night. Jack has the job for a dimmer mort like yourself. Ah, Miro, keeping your stabbers sharpened, I hope. Because I've got a job to be done, and I reckon the dimmer dammer that put the executioners on the chopping block is just the one to be doing. My men have sighted some shifty types around Wineport of late. Not code-breaking curs, as far as I know, and that's the rub. We don't know half as much about them as I'd like. They claim to be simple peasants, refugees from some far-flung realm, and I don't know many peasants that skulk about in the Darklands as much as they've been doing. So long as they're not breaking the code, they can do as they please. But, being who we are, it falls to us to look into the matter and make sure that all's Bob. As my gut tells me there may be a two-road job, I've sent Underfoot ahead. So put on your best beater cases and head to Wineport and meet them there. Yeah, this is the last thing we'll be doing on stream today, guys. As this is what I've been working towards. Jeremy, how do you feel about your best dimmer dammers? Alright, what is this? Oh, it's... Oh, you need to mount up. Oh. They're the best dimmer dammers I've ever seen. Miro, when Jack said he'd be sending one of the guild's canniest morts along after me, I had a feeling it might be you. Now, I'd love to tell you Underfoot's already whittled the whole scrap on our friends, but the truth is I've turned out more questions than answers. They claim to hail from the South Sea Isles, but me little birds at Melvin's gates swear to the last minute that's some piss-poor mummery. There's no record of any such ships sailing into port. Looks like it falls to you and me to take a closer snilch, eh? I hope you brought your sharpest stabbers, as there's no telling who we're... Did you hear that, lass? Either all Underfoot's got daft, or some mort just screamed out for dear life. Something tells me our little task is but to take a ton for the interest, and let's say we go see what's what. A queer maid. Ah, she's a Miro. She's got my other Miro's hairstyle. Have mercy, I am but a simple milkmaid, with not a single gill to my name. Rest easy, lass. My friend and I don't mean you no harm. Though I must say, you've got me curious. Just what in the name of the 12 happened here? I had just come to town to purchase some supplies. No sooner had I walked through the gates when I was suddenly accosted by 3 burly drunkards who demanded that I hand over all my possessions. By good fortune, it seems the men had partaken a bit too heavily. When they saw the meager contents of my coin purse, they began to squabble amongst themselves. A fist fight ensued, and before I knew it, the 3 men were lying on the ground as you see them now. Sounds like Nemea smiled upon you today, lass. Though might I suggest you be a bit more careful on your next visit? All manner of scurvy sorts frequent these parts, and you'll find that not all of them are blunder and lackwit like your friends here. Thank you for your concern, good sir, and rest assured that I will take your words to heart. Good day to both of you. Well, Miro, the girls would strike you. Soon like an upright lass. Mummery. Mummery, I say. You too. I was thinking the same. Squabbling amongst themselves just like, look, there's barely a scratch on any of these lads. I don't think there's more dumb Roxy to her than she's letting on. Come on, let's try and see what she might be hiding. A bat in plain day? You get over there and they steal your lungs. Jeremy, has anyone ever stolen your lungs before? Frequently. That tells me that you have to go and get them back. I've had to insure them. I guess that's true under health insurance, right? And a right mess we've got here. You reckon these coves got on the wrong side of our lass? One thing's for sure, they're no more peasants than you and I. One look at these stabbers tells me that much. I have failed. I beg of you, return this. Take this and return it to Master Obro, to Lady Subame. It's too late. The poor sod's dead. As for this stone, your guess is as good as mine. A lucky charm of sorts, mayhap? Anyway, we best be moving on, moving our do beaters before the lass gets away. What footprints lead them in the direction of Upper Lanasia? Jeremy, how do you feel about your do beaters? Mud bugle? It's clearly not mud. Like FF14 really likes making up turns and phrases. She hides behind a tree as if that could hide her from me. She didn't really think that she could fool me with those silly rags, did she? Or did she? Perhaps she's not as clever as we believed. And a mysterious savior rushes to the damsel's defenses. Such bravery, such compassion, such folly. Little does she know that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. And right on cue, Oboro the Dim leaps onto the scene to save his dear little swallow in the most unsurprising surprise attack the realm has ever seen. Cease your ramblings, Karasu, before I rip that tongue from your bloody beak. Yo! Our hero is wounded! A stab to the heart! His childhood friends stand before him, blades drawn and hate in their eyes. Oh, the tragedy of it all! The audience sobs. And what's this? A couple of bit players who have forgotten to leave the stage? Did no one tell them their part in the play is long since over? Oh, and the faceless rogue shows surprising skill. Perhaps she has yet to a role to play. I will say this much: unlike a certain someone, at least you intrigue me. But other matters demand our hero's attention, and so the first act must draw to a close. Come, my pet. Wait, Karasu! Never quick to retreat, that one. The two from Wineport, did you follow me here? Beg your pardon, miss. My friend and I are here on behalf of the dutiful sisters, and you, sister, have some questions to answer. I've lived on the underbelly of society long enough to recognize when a man's more than he seems, so make this easy for us, lass. Just who exactly are you, and what are you doing here? And here's hoping for both your sakes that it doesn't involve breaking no code. So you are the rogues of whom I've heard so much. Forgive me. We were remiss in not seeking you out sooner. Very well, you shall know all there is to know. My name is Oboro, and she is Tsubame. We hail from the village of Indoma, several thousand malms across the sea. We are... but perhaps you have no word for what we are. In our own tongue, one might call us shinobi. Doma? The Imperial Province? The same, though it did not have to be so. Our countrymen fought with honor against the might of Garlemald. What we lacked in number, we made up for with martial prowess. It was a battle we could have won, had we not been betrayed by one of our own. Our every secret, our every move, known to our foe, the tide of battle turned on the morrow. Thousands of our countrymen were slaughtered, and at day's end, Doma remained under the Imperial yoke. The traitorous Kurd joined the Imperial ranks as chief of their covert operatives, or so they say. That is the man you just met, Karasu, though I am loath to call him a man. To this day he whispers in the ears of Garleans, making a mockery of those who once called him friend and brother. But no longer. We have come to Erzia at our village elder's behest to see that Karasu pays for his crimes with his life. Come to mill a treacherous rook who blew the gab on his comrades? You sound like a right Bene Cove, consider old underfoot impressed. Forgive me. This land and its tongue is still new to us. Nonetheless, we were able to lure Karasu here, and more than a few of our comrades gave their lives in the effort. And now this. Was there sacrifice for naught? You have my gratitude, then. When one of our kind falls, tradition dictates that we return their soul to the village, that it may rest with our ancestors. What? Our fallen brother's soul calls out to this woman? Could it be a sign? Are we fated to fight as one? I would make you an offer. We will instruct you in our art, the art of ninjutsu. In return, you will share with us your knowledge of this land, that it might serve us in our mission. But Oboro, she's not Doman. She's not of the village. Look around you, Tsubame. Our brothers and sisters are fallen or gravely wounded, and today's failures make it all too clear. We cannot hope to stand against Karasu without knowing the lay of the land. Can't say I'm thrilled at the prospect of losing a dimmer-dammer like yourself, but hells, in my younger days I'd have been keen to try my fams at some of those techniques myself. And the more my waddles take it in, the more those two strike me as better and better folks. If you're keen to lend them your daddles, I'm not one to stand in your way. If you would know more, come to the dock storehouse at Raincatcher Gully. We shall await you there. It's a good thing that man has a black stripe painted across his eyes. I nearly saw him. Who'd have figured it, eh? Anyway, the choice is yours, Miro. In the meantime, I'm gonna head back to Limsa and report to Jack before he comes and gives me a good clout in the knob. Did this man say that Jack was gonna touch his knob? Sorry. So like I said, this is the last thing we're gonna do. We're just gonna finish this quest here. And so we meet again. Am I to take your presence to mean that you have chosen to accept our offer? Then thank you. I will not only speak for myself and Tsubame, but for our entire village when I say you have our profound gratitude. But what I would tell you next, I would tell you out of the earshot of strangers. Bayakubu has been instructed to let only trusted visitors to the door behind me. When he speaks to you, Ayame, you are to answer Kaide. You need not know what the words mean, only that they will grant you entrance. Ayame. Kaide. Enter. Welcome, Miro. You stand within the provisional base of operations my people have established in your land in Eorzea. It may not look like much, either within or without or within, but that is precisely the point. We find it an ideal vantage point from which to observe the coming and goings of Kurasu and his men without attracting undue attention to ourselves. My fallen brother you saw as a worthy inheritor to his soul. To honor his memory, I entrust it to you, but soul alone will not make you a shinobi. No, this will require training of the body and mind. Our art, the art of ninjutsu, originated with our ancestors many years ago. Since then, it has been passed down into each generation, mother to daughter, father to son. We draw power from the world around us, the heaven, the earth, and the hearts of man, and channel this power into physical form. I am told that this is similar to your concept of aether, was it? I must confess that the Eorzean words and ways remain unfamiliar to me. How does one channel this power, you ask? Through the use of mudra, hand gestures that call forth each of the three forms of energy of which I spoke. The first mudra I will teach you is a power from the heavens. In Doma, we call this Ten. You are eager to learn, yes? Attune your soul to that of my fallen brother, then approach me once more. It is then that your training will begin. Alright, ninja unlocked! Ugh. The soul of shinobi awakens within you. Action learned, 10. Okay. So his next quest will be available now, but I should probably do that. Okay. Yes, I can sense it. Though you are not of our blood, the soul of my people is strong in you. You are now one of us, a shinobi. And yet the training has only just begun. Heed my words, Miro, for the shinobi blade and mind are one. The weak mind gives rise to the weak blade, and the false mind gives rise to a false blade. But the mind that is strong and true, that blade will know no equal. Such were the teachings of my master, his master and his master's master before him. The shinobi must keep presence of mind at all times, or his blade may well be one of grass. That is the lesson of the mind. Now we shall begin the lesson of the body. You will remind that the art of ninjutsu involves the hand gestures called mudra to summon the energies of heaven, earth, and man. Ten, chi, and jin in the Domin tongue. Myriad techniques can be unleashed depending on the mudra you combine, and the order in which you do so, but perhaps I am getting ahead of myself. A child must learn to walk before he can run. To begin, I would have you master your first mudra, 10, the mudra of the heavens. Summon forth the energy heaven and project it forth, and from your hands will fly a flaming star, or Fuma Shuriken. Outside the stars you will find a Mokujin, a wooden man of a sort traditionally used in Doma for training. Do as I have told you and strike it with a Fuma Shuriken. I will observe your technique from a distance. Alright, so we're going to show you guys some, these are the kind of abilities we're going to get as ninja. Now you're going to see these a lot more when we get to Heaven's Ward, but for now, we just hit this. And there you go. That was a Fuma Shuriken. Yes, this will do, Miro. Clearly we did not misjudge your potential. Perhaps you have also felt your body becoming lighter. This is but another benefit of your training. You may find yourself able to dance through the air with your blades drawn, but be mindful, the true shinobi sees that no movement is wasted. You demonstrated your skills well against the wooden man, but wood does not strike back. Your opponent will not be so docile. Prepare yourself. Okay. The Onobi will attack in waves. Use your Fuma Shuriken to dispatch them from a safe distance. Yeah, unfortunately they take too long to cool down, so... I shall summon a great beast for your next challenge. Remember, you must maintain presence of mind, no matter how fearsome the foe. Oh, it's a job. That's rude. Now your final challenge. I shall be opponent. Let's see how you use what you have learned. Bested in our first quest with him. I see. What Oboro means to say is that he has not seen anyone master the fundamentals of ninjutsu with such swiftness. Is that not so, Oboro? I'm capable of speaking for myself, Tsubame, but it is true. Miro has exceeded even my own expectations. Her blade slices through the air as a fish glides through water. But that is enough training for today. Now it is my turn to be the student, and you the teacher. I would learn the ways of Eorzea. You will instruct me, yes? You have my gratitude, Miro. First, I would better know the terrain of not something amusing? My bow? I see. Who would have thought something as simple gesture of courtesy would be so complicated? Like this, is it? Forgive him. Oboro has not been himself since coming to these shores. It would seem that neither the food nor the climate agrees with him. Let us not forget that the stink of those infernal horse birds. All the more reason for us to complete this mission swiftly and return to the more hospitable environs. Anyhow, Miro, that should suffice for today. Practice well your ninjutsu and return when you are ready for your next lesson. It would seem you have some practicing to do as well. There we go. We got our first Muja. Our ninja is the way it is. We can't do the next quest until 35. So, with that said, guys, I'll level this class off stream as per usual. Other than that, guys, thank you for viewing.